Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of Peter's Projects, the Sprinter van build out. Today we're actually going to take on our first project with the van, and that is to install a MaxxAir vent fan in the rear section of the vehicle. It is somewhat of a scary project because we are cutting a very large hole in a brand new van. It's a pretty straightforward process, so follow us along as we pop the top on this Mercedes tin can. The first step in installing the MaxxAir fan is to determine where it goes in the van. We've decided we wanted it on the rear quadrant after the fourth roof rib here. We are purchasing an Aluminess rack as the next step for this van. We've worked with the Aluminess team and they've provided us with a PDF of the exact dimensions of where their cutout on the roof rack goes, and we're making sure that we install the MaxxAir fan in the correct position here. Don't be that guy that installs it in the wrong spot, because it's a big mistake when you do. So measure multiple times and cut once. We bought this template off of the internet from DIYVans. It's a perfect 14 by 14 inch frame. It's 3/4 inch and it's going to provide a very good surface to screw from the top down into and hold the fan nicely on the van. So we've used this as a template. We've butted it up against the fourth rib here, and we just simply used a permanent marker to trace out the exact location of the fan. The next steps is to use a step bit drill and go through the corners of the trace that we did on the inside, and then climb up on the van and use a jigsaw to cut it out from above. We've drilled 2 holes through the top of the van. We want to climb up here now and make sure that our dimensions are correct and that the Aluminess rack will fit up here appropriately with where we've placed the MaxxAir fan. One thing I did to help us get up on top of the van and ensure that we're nice and safe is I built several of these bolts that slide inside the Sprinter van track system. We're going to go ahead and put this 2x4 on these 2 bolts, tighten them down, and then do some cross members going across the van that will give us a nice little platform to do the work while we're on top. We've got the hole cut in the roof. We've got it filed down so there's no sharp edges. We test fitted it and everything looks good. The next step is to take the internal ring and glue it to the inside of the roof and clamp that down. It's going to take a little while for this glue to set up, and then we'll get back on top and we'll attach the fan shroud. Now we've got the interior backing strip or frame attached and glued in. All we have to do now is clean the surface, get any residue off of the surface, and then take some primer and hit this edge of the metal where we cut into the van to prevent things from rusting. So we've got the top all primed and cleaned off with alcohol, and the next step is to use butyl tape and apply that to the back side of the fan bracket here. This is simply just 1 inch thick or in width butyl tape, and we'll just apply it around the ring and then drop it on the top of the van. We've applied the butyl tape to the underside of the fan mount. Everything's cleaned up here with denatured alcohol, and we've primed the rough edges. So now it's time just to stick it in and see how she goes. Perfect. Everything is clamped in and nice and sturdy in the correct position. One thing to note, when you do drop it in, please make sure that these little clips are running front to back and not side to side, because that's the direction that the fan will clip into. There's 16 holes on the flange. They come with these stainless steel screws. You need to pre-drill each screw hole, and please use a bit that's smaller than the actual screw itself. I've seen a couple folks do that, and they've had to go out and source other screws. We got all 16 stainless steel screws installed nicely. They grabbed the backing frame perfectly. It's very secure. The butyl tape has squished out a little bit along the sides and has made for a very good waterproof seal. The next step is to go ahead and apply some lap sealant caulking around the entire edge, and then we install the fan. We've applied the lap sealant completely around the bottom mounting bracket. We've installed the fan unit. It's attached with 2 screws on either side. This project is now complete. Really appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon.